Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Texas Rangers vs Boston Red Sox, Oakland Athletics vs Baltimore Orioles, Los Angeles Angels vs Seattle Mariners, and Cincinnati Reds vs Chicago Cubs, which are happening on Sunday, May 2, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. So I am going to start off by talking about the Texas Rangers vs Boston Red Sox match. Boston will be looking to extend its lead in the American League East when it travels to Texas on Sunday afternoon. The Red Sox had won 4 of their last 5 games heading into Saturday night's game with the Rangers. This story was published prior to that contest, which was the 3rd game of the series. Boston is still riding the high of its 9-game winning streak from earlier in the season. The Red Sox lost 6 of their following 10 games, but they have gotten back on the right track. They have won 4 of their last 5 contests, including Friday night's 6-1 decision. Texas took the opener on Thursday in a 4-1 final. Boston swept a 2-game series at the Mets earlier this week. The Red Sox currently rank 3rd in the MLB with a team batting average of .258. Left fielder J.D. Martinez leads the team with 33 hits and 12 walks, blasting 9 home runs in the process. Texas is starting to regress quickly. The Rangers have dropped 6 of their last 8 games, including getting swept by the White Sox last weekend. They lost 2 of their 3 contests against the Angels earlier this week. Texas picked up a 4-1 win over Boston on Thursday, but it came up short in Friday night's 6-1 final. The Rangers have been an average offensive team, listed at number 18 in the MLB with a team batting average of .229. They are paced by second baseman Nick Solak, who is hitting .293 and has tallied 29 total base knocks. These teams are trending in opposite directions heading into Sunday's contest. Boston has been an excellent offensive squad this season and will be facing a very spotty pitcher in this matchup. Foltynewicz has been one of the worst starters in the MLB over the last few seasons, so I am expecting Boston's offense to have a big day at the plate. The Rangers do not have enough firepower to keep pace, especially against a pitcher who has dominated them historically. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Boston -1.5. For the Sunday matchup, the Rangers will send out Mike Foltynewicz in the start. Across 5 games thus far, Foltynewicz has 27.1 innings with 28 hits, 14 earned runs, 8 homers allowed, 7 walks, 26 strikeouts, and a 4.61 ERA overall. On Saturday in Game 3, Boston posted 12 hits but gave up 13 on the other side in an 8-6 loss. Starter Eduardo Rodriguez went 5.0 innings with 8 hits and 4 earned. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Now I'm going to be talking about the Oakland Athletics vs Baltimore Orioles match. These two teams have split their first 4 games this season. Last weekend, the A's took 2 out of 3 games from the Orioles in Baltimore, and on Friday, the Orioles won the first game of the current series 3-2. This prediction is for Sunday's game. The Orioles played well over the past week, winning 4 of their last 6 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Athletics, which will give them their 3rd win in a row and 5th win in their last 7 contests. The Athletics have lost 3 of their last 4 games, but they have played well at home, where they have won 8 of their last 9 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Orioles, which will give them their 9th win in their last 10 home games. The A's have won the last 4 games that Mania has started, with 3 of those wins coming by at least 4 runs or more. In each of those 4 starts, Mania did not allow more than 2 earned runs. Zimmerman has allowed at least 3 runs in 4 of his 5 starts his season, with the Orioles losing each of his last 4 outings. One of those losses came by the score of 2-1 in a 7-inning game, but the other 3 losses have all come by at least 2 runs. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Oakland A's -1.5. Baltimore is 70 to 149 in their last 219 road games and 23 to 55 in their last 78 games against the AL West, while the under is 5 to 0 in their last 5 games as an underdog. Oakland is 8 to 2 in their last 10 home games and 16 to 6 in their last 22 games overall, while the under is 5 to 1 in their last 6 games overall. The over is 8-3-1 in the last 12 meetings between these two teams. Matt Olson has a .296 batting average and 6 home runs with a share of the team lead with 17 RBIs, while Jed Lowrie has 17 RBIs as well. Mark Canha leads the A's with a .388 OBP and 25 hits, while Ramon Laureano and Matt Chapman each have a pair of triples, and Lowrie has a team-high 6 doubles this season. Cedric Mullins leads the O's with a .337 batting average, a .397 OBP and 35 hits with 9 doubles, while Trey Mancini leads the Orioles with 5 home runs and 18 RBIs, and Michael Franco has 17 RBIs as well this season. Ryan Mountcastle has the dubious distinction of leading Baltimore with 30 strikeouts this season. Bruce Zimmerman is expected to start here for Baltimore and is 1 to 3 with a 5.33 ERA and 18 strikeouts this season. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under 8.5. Now I'm going to be talking about the Los Angeles Angels versus Seattle Mariners match. The Mariners took the opening of the game series 7-4 on Friday night. The Seattle Mariners headed into Saturday with a 15-12 record, second in the AL West. The Angels jumped out to an early 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning on Friday, but the lead did not last long on their way to a 7-4 loss. Shohei Ohtani hit his 8th home run of the season in the loss, and Jared Walsh drove in 2 runs for Los Angeles. On the season, Ohtani now leads the club with 8 home runs and 19 RBI. Walsh is right behind with 18 RBI and has 4 home runs. To no surprise, Mike Trout is off to another MVP caliber start, batting .425 with 6 home runs, 14 RBI, and 14 base on balls in 22 games. The Angels are 5th in MLB, averaging 4.8 runs per game, and second batting .262 and 5th 1.4 home runs per game. The Mariners are playing well, especially at home where they have won 4 of their last 6 games. They are 1 game behind Oakland in the AL West standings and will try to move into a tie for first place with a win over the Angels, which will give them their 5th win in their last 7 home games. Justice Sheffield also has some past demons against the Angels. His Mariners allowed a combined total of 26 runs in the 2 starts that he made against Los Angeles last season. This season, Sheffield has allowed 27 hits and 8 walks in 4 overall starts, and has not yet gone past 6 innings in any of those games. Dylan Bundy has been strong against Seattle in his career, with active Mariners bats combined for just a .152 batting average and .265 on base percentage against him in 45 at-bats. I'd like Los Angeles to win this game. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Los Angeles Angels. Seattle is averaging 4.15 runs per game. Their .210 batting average is 28th in the league. Their .290 on base percentage is 27th, while their .374 slugging percentage is 21st. Seattle's pitching has been better than the team's offense. Opponents have a .222 batting average against the Mariners, which is 10th in the league. Their 3.75 ERA is 12th, while their 1.21 WHIP is 14th. In his last start, Sheffield gave up 12 hits and 4 earned runs in 5.1 innings, leading to a 5-2 loss to Houston. They will need a better effort from him if they want to get the win. Los Angeles is one of the best offensive teams in the league, averaging 4.79 runs per game. Their .262 batting average is second in the league. Their .316 on base percentage is 11th, while their .428 slugging percentage is 4th in the league. Mike Trout leads the Angels with a .425 batting average, while Shohei Ohtani leads the team with 8 home runs and 19 RBI. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 8.5. Now I'm going to be talking about the Cincinnati Reds versus Chicago Cubs match. The Cubs are concluding a tough road trip and will give the call to Trevor Williams. The Reds will have Tyler Mahle start the series finale. The Reds opened the season series with an 8-6 win on Friday night, and the Cubs replied with a 3-2 win on Saturday. The Cubs will give the nod to Trevor Williams for the sixth time of the year in this one. Williams continued his solid work last time out, holding the tough Braves offense to only 2 runs in 5 innings in a 5-0 loss to even his record at 2-2. The veteran right-hander is having an effective season with the exception of one bad start which has inflated his ERA to 4.44 along with a 1.52 whip in 24.1 innings. Williams stands at 6-3 with a 3.50 ERA in 69.1 career innings. The Reds. The Cubbies are concluding what has been a disappointing 7-game road trip in this one. They lost 3 of 4 in Atlanta before Friday's defeat. Thursday's 9-3 win over the Braves thwarted a 5-game losing streak. Tyler Mahle will be on the hill for the 6th time of the season in this one. Mahle was terrific in his previous outing, holding the potent Dodgers offense to only 1 run in 5 innings, leading to the no decision in a game the Reds won. The veteran right-hander has been the Reds' best starter this season, registering a minuscule 1.75 ERA and a 0.97 whip accompanied by a 1-1 record in 25.2 innings of work. Mahle has fared well in his career against the Cubs, posting a 3-2 record and a 3.23 ERA in 8 starts. The Cubs are 1-5 in their last 6 games as an underdog and 1-6 in their last 7 during Game 3 of a series. The Reds are 15-6 in their last 21 games as a home favorite and 1-4 in their last 5 home games. The over is 4-1 in Cubs' last 5 overall. The over is 4-0 in Reds' last 4 games as a favorite. The over is 37-15-5 in the last 57 meetings in Cincinnati and 8-3 in the last 11 meetings. Cincinnati's pitching will need to improve if they want to contend. The offense is solid, however they stand 25th overall in team whip and the bullpen is among the worst in the majors, ranking 29th overall. The right-hander has only allowed 1 run in his last 2 starts spread across 11.2 innings and features a sparkling 1.75 ERA. I also like the fact he has neutralized the Cubs in his career, sporting a 3.23 ERA in 8 starts. Furthermore, while Cubs starter Trevor Williams is pitching well, the right-hander is not going deep into games, lasting more than 5 innings in just one of his 5 outings. My betting advice for that game is to pick Cincinnati Reds. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.